Sally. She's Meaghan Rath.
Guys, I really have to pee in the bathroom. Line is too long. And I'm wasted.
So we could just, you and I talk, or we could bring
Did you just give me this at half
full.
Half full.
Half full.
Bottle of water.
Not half empty. I'm positive about these things. I guess we should probably bring out these other guys. All right, this guy, we know him as a werewolf. We know him as neurotic and a pretty good chef in the house. Mr. Sam Huntington!
Oh, much like Meaghan, she's got to pee. I really have to throw up. I'm really like, oh, I need to go to the bathroom just to throw up.
So, yeah, just mix it all up. Yeah.
Oh, God.
We could make great internet today with that bottle. And who knows what bodily function this man will need to perform on stage? The palest vampire out there, Mr. Sam Witwer!
I too missed the bathroom. I'm dying to do some coke.
Toot.
What we should do is we should just blow rails up here the whole time.
What's up with this? Why did they do this? Just like a cap with some, you want a little bit of,
No, that's
what's a espresso.
It's a little frothy cap left on stage for you. That's what you're saying.
There's some froth here.
Yes.
I feel like David Caruso right now. Looks like the froth is in the cap.
So you guys, you're filming another season right now, aren't you? I mean, not on stage.
Right
Right
now.
this second. Yeah.
You're welcome.
It's,
You're all of your big break. So see you in January on the big screen.
Did you all just come from set?
I just came from the line in the bathroom. That was
too long.
I got obsessed with the bathroom. I had Friday off. These two were working. So they just.
Yeah, I came in last night. I was, working yesterday afternoon, and then I came in last night. It's boring. I can't even believe we're talking about this.
I have an unbroken line from here to the set. Basically, like finished early morning this morning, then got home for a second, hopped a plane, and now I'm here. I don't know where I am, guys. Who are you?
Where are all these people staring at you?
Yeah.
There's a microphone.
Is this the crew?
So you guys were just in San Diego less than a month ago and had a pretty awesome crowd out there. And I'm going to ask a question that I asked out there. What's sort of the theme that we have leading into this season of Being Human? Because every season has sort of a different theme going into it. So what's this one?
Unicorns are real.
And then, of course, the season goes on to explain that the unicorns are real.
They're real. Because earlier in the season, it's like, well, those aren't real.
This must just be make-believe.
This is a joke. Turns out,
They're
real.
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
We're going to be getting angry letters from Syfy now. We just put that up.
You just got fired. Congratulations. Well done.
Yes!
And I think, I'm sure you guys are going to have some questions out there. So, I don't know. Why don't we start with that? How about you guys want to ask some questions?
Well, they don't call it a Q&A because it's for
A's alone.
P1 assholes. Literally the only thing I can think of.
Whales and asparagus.
You are a master at improv, aren't you?
It's just a Q word and an A word. Anyone can do it. Literally, anyone can do it.
All right, you, sir.
I saw
in the
that.
back. Yes, I see your hand up. Stand up.
My sister actually just dragged me in here. I have no idea where I'm She said that I really like that Sam Witwer, he's really a hottie.
Yeah. Your sister, yeah, said that.
I'm a little proud because I think he was going to the bathroom or getting a drink or whatever, and she tried to got like a half hug. I was wondering if you would mind just giving her like a full-on.
Yeah.
No.
Full-on blowjob.
Don't do it.
I was wondering if you wouldn't mind her just giving you a blowjob. I don't know.
We've got a big, spacious table here.
We're there. Just give her like a whole, like a whole blowjob.
I mean, she paid for her ticket.
Yeah. It's not something I haven't done 3 times today already.
When I opened up for the Q&A, I probably should have set some ground rules about physical interaction. There you go. For your sister.
It was quick, but it was really good.
Yes, ma'am, what the heck?
Hi, I have a question for Meaghan. Hello again. I was just wondering, what was it like? This is actually a real question now. What was it like changing from Ghost Sally into Zombie Walking Dead Sally?
It was the greatest thing in the world. I think that everybody can agree that it was time for me to move on past the gray outfit. And I just loved Being Human's take on zombies. I thought it was really sort of charming and, original and fresh, because there is a lot of zombie stuff going on now. And I thought they did it with like some grace and some humor and a nice little clothing montage at the end before death. But it was really fun. It's actually pretty amazing because I'm maybe the only character that really got to transform in that way and become a bunch of different supernatural things throughout the series. And the journey continues.
Yeah, this year she transforms into a car. And it makes the sound.
Well, Michael Bay's the new showrunner, right? So.
By the
My
way,
Shia LaBeouf right
that's
there.
the Transformers.
Did you actually have input on the clothing that you would dye again?
Yeah, I did. What was really great was throughout season 3, I was able to really design what Sally's look would be with our costume designer, Janet Campbell. And so there were a bunch of meetings that we had where we decided what her look would be, and we considered her budget and the fact that she lives with 2 guys. So a lot of the times I would, take their shirts and cut them and wear their boxers and, their thongs and stuff. So it was really nice to have that input, and also the clothing that I dyed in. They wanted it to be a dress. They wanted it to be purple in homage to the Dream Reaper episode of season 2 when Sally goes into her alternate reality, because that was definitely a fan favorite. And of course there needs to be a sweater. But what you don't know is the sweater is to hide harnesses for stunts.
How about that? You just shared that with the.
That's what it's for.
That's pretty cool. Questions?
No, it was also to hide her pit stains too. She's so full of it. She was like, it was to hide the harness.
Yeah, just 2 Niagara Falls and just a sewer.
And the other arm that actually grows out of her back.
Yeah. I had no idea she wears our underpants.
Yeah, I know.
That's weird.
Yes, sir, with the glasses.
I would be interested in that.
I think Huntington has the most invested in that.
The whole season is just you being a matchmaker.
This is like, why don't you guys here? I'll just go upstairs for a minute.
Ryan, we're set the table.
Oh, I made too much food.
Who is interested in that? Who wants a Sally?
3 of them. That's,
Are we clapping or are we putting up hands?
Now I'm confused.
They're kind of going,
Okay, who doesn't want to see that connection dance? No, to cheer or something. Who doesn't want to see that?
Who doesn't want to see
Does not.
You know. They're like, no.
Now, who does want to see that?
now get up and everyone
Now, who wants
fight.
to see
Who wants to see
this?
a Josh and Eden fight?
Too late.
Actually, you want to see something really funny? This is a game that we play on set a lot. It's called How Close Can You Get?
How close can you get?
How close can you guys get?
Well, I don't know. I suppose we should just see it.
Pretty close.
That's very close.
Close.
Without touching.
They can get close.
But every now and then we touch. And it's the best.
And that's when you know you win.
Someone just yelled,
I heard that.
Just
You guys are gross.
Now I have to vomit on stage.
All
It's bad, it's
disgusting.
bad. These small rooms are bad because it's like, oh, there's not that many people here. We can be awful.
You can hear, yeah, and you can hear everything that they say.
And the lovely family from New Hampshire.
Oh, hey guys!
Massachusetts.
Where are they?
Right
Where are they?
there.
I know these guys.
Yeah.
Oh, you're from Massachusetts? Well, why didn't you lead with that when you came to my table? I'm from New Hampshire.
He played the child
That
card.
You played the child card.
Okay.
So, how about a question? Let's do a question there.
I retreat
Yes,
once again
you.
into myself.
Yes, ma'am.
My name is and my question is, will there be any more children in the show? And if so, will we get
Children or
Children in chains? What's wrong with you?
Yes, changed children.
Children and teens?
And teens.
Yes. And yes.
Yeah. Yeah, you're getting both.
Both those things.
Good question.
That was a good question. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, Sam, Huntington, you're really hot.
That's not a question, that's a statement.
I've literally been sitting at my table just sweating. Yeah.
And I love you, Dylan Golf.
Thank you.
Good best thing about maybe that movie.
I know, right? I really know.
I know. In the next season, is Taylor going to be sucking on her anywhere? Or like when you suck your blood in an episode of
Hey guys, how close can you get?
It smells so good, you guys don't even have any idea. Oh my god. I'm trying to think.
Do I suck on you this
I haven't read that.
I love how you.
8 yet.
Hey, so does Sam Witwer suck on you this year? No, honestly, because he already did, so come on. Follow it up. Don't just drop it.
I don't know yet. I mean, we haven't read the whole
Well,
thing.
I just thought of a really weird. So you sucked on him in the show, and I sucked on you, and in real life, you sucked on him.
It's sort of weird how that works.
Everybody's sucking.
Who did Sager suck on? Kristen.
You.
Yes, you.
Moving on.
So, Sam Witwer, you were Doomsday in Smallville, and then Sam Huntington was Jimmy in Superman Returns. Were you guys big Superman fans?
Big time.
I didn't know who the guy was. I was like, oh, Superman?
Superman.
Jim Superman.
Like,
Steven Superman.
I was like, this sounds like this could be a really interesting little indie drama.
Like, yeah. Yeah.
But
People are leaving right now.
So we're like, this is enough is enough.
We, when we were auditioning, there were two Jimmy Olsens up for the part of Josh. There was him and there was Aaron Ashmore. And
And they've been asking themselves over the past 4 years.
we were this close to a perfect cast. You know what I mean? It's just-
So close.
So close.
You know what I mean?
One Ashmore shy
oh.
of a perfect show. No, I was actually really psyched about Aaron, and we all actually, and Aaron, and both Ashmore boys now are very close. And Aaron obviously went on to do Warehouse 13, and who's
Sean's on the following.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So those guys are fine.
They're doing fine.
But yes, I was to answer your question. Huge Superman fan. Huge Superman fan. So yeah, that's that.
It was always Sammy's dream to play Jim Wilson.
It was.
I remember seeing that in the theater, and the thought, I've said this to you, the thought that I had when he started doing his thing was like, oh, dude, this guy is absolutely aware that he's in a Superman movie. And, in a good way.
No, yeah.
You kind of have to know that,
Yep.
you know?
Yep.
The implication is that some people didn't know they were in a Superman movie.
No comment.
But Brandon was great, you were great.
Brandon was great.
How was I?
Megan, you were fine. You were horrible.
Terrible.
You were barely even in it.
Didn't work.
Your name was Cal Penn.
They totally cut me out.
They basically cut you out.
Megan, would you want to do a superhero movie?
Absolutely.
She was almost an X-Men.
Wonder Woman.
Almost.
Really?
Yeah, Wolverine.
Can you say bug?
They gave it to Ashmore.
They gave it to Ashmore.
Sean Ashmore.
Sean Ashmore
was in that movie.
Yeah.
We got one right there.
Hi guys, I was wondering if any of you ever watched the UK version of the show and what you thought?
Yeah, we all have.
Yeah, we didn't watch it when we were doing season 1 because we wanted to sort of come up with our own, characters and not mimic or, have that influence us. But when we were done, I bought them the box sets and we've seen everything. It's really
We all became big fans.
Huge
and
fans.
if you're wondering why they're not on the show anymore, it's because we killed them.
Yeah, we killed them. They were too good. They were too good. So
We're not great with competition.
murder. Murder is a form of competition.
It's the highest form of competition.
Competition. That's when you know you win. When you touch or when you murder someone. That's how you know you win. Kids.
Question. Let's get to someone else and then come back to you. Yes, sir.
Good question.
did you guys hear that? He said, is Josh stuck in his werewolf forever, or is he just stuck in his werewolf for longer? I believe that was it. I can't really say. I think kind of, well, what can I say? Both. Is that?
Yeah, that's accurate to say.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I mean, you're locking into stuff that we were shooting just the other night.
Yep.
So.
I will say, I think what they did, how they figured that scenario out, was actually really cool. That's an element about this season that I'm actually really proud of and excited about. So, yeah, I think you're gonna like it, buddy.
Would you want him to stay as a werewolf?
Yeah, and what do you want? He doesn't know.
He's like, I've never seen this show.
He's seen the show. He's seen everything. Yeah.
You have shaved.
I had since the last time I saw you.
So that is somewhat revealing.
Yeah. Well, just
Yeah.
because there's less hair on my face. It's somewhat revealing.
It is somewhat revealing, yes.
Somewhat revealing of your face.
That's really interesting. A big beard at the beginning of the season. Where'd you get that idea?
Guys, next season I'm gonna have a huge mustache.
Porn stash.
Yes, ma'am, in the blue tank top.
I'm the least single person. I'm so sorry. It's been.
Tell me this now?
I'm just finding out. I know.
Right now.
I'm actually not. I feel very naked because I'm not wearing my wedding ring right now.
Because he was coming to Philadelphia, right?
I was gonna meet people.
Just a city of brotherly love, so.
Yeah, exactly. No, I have 2 kids and I'm way deep. No, I came yesterday right from set, and I've been wearing my set wedding ring. So I take mine off before I come to set, and I wear my fake one, and they were like, leave it, because I've been accidentally taking my fake one home with me all the time, and so they were like, this time leave it, okay? And so I did. And now I'm naked.
How do you? I knew an actor who actually had this. This is weird, but he would sew his wedding ring into his underwear because he didn't want to lose it, presumably. I don't know.
Well, I almost lost my fake one the other day because I was getting wolf makeup applied. I think you can say that, right? Yeah, I was getting wolf makeup on my hands. Sometimes that happens, guys. It's not a spoiler. And I was like, I'm getting makeup all over this thing, so I took it off and put it in my pocket. I was wearing sweatpants, which are hyper attractive. And it went missing. And then one of the ADs found it. Little Shanna found it, and it was like loose in one of the vans. This is so boring. I'm really sorry. I'm like, sorry.
Loose
Like,
in a van.
I know. People literally half of you just fell asleep.
Mystique's gone. Mystique's out. Peace.
Let's get a question from
None
the
of us are
audience.
single. None of us.
No. Yes, sir.
Yeah, since I got to meet Katie at the March convention, any idea about Katie Isabel's character for this season? Since she sort of got out of the taxi cab in Boston?
I can answer that.
No, yeah.
I'll tell you, but you gotta promise not to tell anyone.
Because I saw the interview with you that was on the Syfy about it, and you weren't talking about it then. That's what I asked.
Was working with her last night.
Oh, okay.
And,
By working with her.
I mean, I don't want to be crude or anything, but
Yeah.
No, she's great. Katie is a lot of fun to work with, and what's fun about her is that she gets to play a very different thing. It's about as specific as I'm going to get. But
Right,
yeah,
so,
Katie's around. Katie's
Okay.
definitely around. Big time.
Oh yeah, you're fine. Sorry, I just thought I got strep throat for a sec.
Yeah. By the way, you're all sick now.
That's like a good Oprah move.
Yeah.
And now you have an infection.
Yeah.
Thanks from the cast of Being Human.
Yeah.
What was the, tell us about the very first moment that each of you met one another.
I'll let you guys. By the way, wow, they're breastaliers.
Spare no expense.
I mean, listen.
Two's better than one.
Oh, baby. So good.
The first moment that we
Just
did.
staring at those the whole time.
We all met at the screen test.
No, we didn't. We met before that, Megan.
Yeah,
we met before.
why don't you just
So why don't you just calm down and just bring your enthusiasm down to a manageable level. Basically, me and this guy met. We met sort of like how it is on the show. We got to know each other first, and then this Joker shows up, and we're like, do we have to have her on the show?
I'll tell you right now, we don't need her.
We don't need her. We're doing fine. But I remember I sat down and I think Huntington, what did he do? He saw some gray in my hair, so he goes, "You going gray?" And I'm like,
No.
"What was it?"
No. You had a little, because you used hair product.
Right. There was a little.
Okay, so I have a friend. My
Hair product.
My friend Brian. But it's like hair product. It's just something about hair.
Something about him.
But it still works.
So no, and I, you know how when you get like when you have like a traumatic thing happen, like sometimes some people will have like one like patch of white in their hair. You know what I'm talking about?
Like when they've had some sort of trauma or like
Yeah,
some
exactly.
like
Yeah, like when they see it in the tunnels underneath.
I have a sure. And I have a friend who has like a patch in his hair. Yeah, Kyle.
Kyle Switzer.
Yeah, has. So I thought he had that, and I was like, we were sitting next to each other. We were in front of like the network people, the writers, producers, and I was like, hey, do you have like a little gray spot in your hair? Meaning that But he was like, and then we
And I was just like, well, no, but thanks for doing that here. And that was the first thing that we said to each other.
Instantly took the piss out of
And
each other.
immediately we just started like giving each other shit. And I remember glancing over at the writers, and they were just like, you know,
This might work.
And so suddenly we started reading together a lot more, and then later at the screen test, you showed up, and you were just so excited to meet us and everything.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were. Look,
No, you were so excited.
I'm just judging.
I was not. I completely.
I am only judging by how big your teeth were, okay? Because maybe your 100% excitement is a normal person's 50.
That's true.
That's fine.
That's true.
But you.
No, I was not excited to meet either of you. I remember seeing, when I came and met you in the screen test, when I saw Witwer, he was completely silent, he wasn't speaking to anybody. He was miserable. And then I remember looking at him secretly, and I was looking at the color of his face compared to his arms, because I was wondering if he was wearing makeup.
Only on my arms.
No, because I thought you were wearing like white makeup to look that white.
I was in whiteface.
But then I saw super racist, a little more socially acceptable, but it shouldn't be. And then it turns out he wasn't. He's really that white. And then Sammy was telling everybody about a dream that he had. No. You were sleepwalking and you went out the window.
Yeah.
Out the window.
That's a story.
And I was like, oh god.
Yeah, that was bad.
It's interesting because Sam was telling that story to such an extent, and other stories that he had to be, what was it, 3 times that the receptionist had to say, you need to keep it down, there are auditions.
She brought over a sign that said silence and put it in front of him.
I'm a chatty Cathy.
But then when someone would ask him, you know, she'd be like, you really need to be quiet, there's auditions. He goes, I'm sorry, I just really want the part.
I did.
And then you got it, so
then I got it.
there it is.
Got it. Here we are.
Turns out.
Yeah.
So you were sleepwalking in this dream?
Oh yeah, no, I sleptwalked out a 2nd story window. Yeah, it was terrifying. I'm fine now. I was emotionally scarred for a while.
Nice.
But yeah, I landed on my ass. I was completely naked, and because that's how I sleep. And this was a long time ago. This was
Now he sleeps in a full nightie.
yeah,
That was back in the wild
in a
days.
straight jacket.
Before kids.
It was before kids. And I called my wife, and I mean, this was probably 8 years ago, and I said, you know, I'm going to bed, wake up in the middle of the night. I'm like, whoa, I remember this. I remember thinking, well, I need to get out of this room.
This will not
This
do.
will not do. And I remember thinking there was someone very threatening outside the door. So I opened the window and took off the screen and literally, like, basically jumped out the window. Hung there, naked. So I'm like, yep. Landed on my ass. And as soon as I hit the ground, I woke up and I was like, naked outside. Luckily, it was my parents' house in New Hampshire. So I like run around the house. This is like 2 o'clock in the morning, and find the spare key and go in and call my wife, and I said, "You're not gonna believe what just happened."
Wait, she was inside when you called?
No, she was in LA, and I was in New Hampshire.
That's an amazing story. I mean, it
Oh no,
really
it
is.
was legitimately terrifying. It was bizarre because it was the only time, by the way, that I've ever sleptwalked. Sleptwalked. It happened. I think that house is haunted though. No shit, I think that house is haunted. I think I was possessed by Meaghan. Who was trying to kill me.
I just wanted to see what you looked like, Megan.
Yeah. Little did I know, the hour before that, she had been possessing me, just touching myself.
I'm obsessed with you.
Anyway.
How about an audience question?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I wanted to know, because obviously you're all actors and performers, of all the auditions that you've ever been on between any other shows or anything, what is the most craziest and weirdest that you've done?
That's a great question.
I injured a casting director. That happened. For real, it actually did happen. There was a role I was going out for some movie that a friend of mine was directing. Or no, he wasn't directing, he was producing it. And the director was there, and he was this German guy. And in this scene, I was supposed to be like drunk and on heroin and every drug you can imagine, just losing my mind, having this very emotional talk with this other dude. And so I was shooting something else at the time, so I came in, no sleep, arrived there, and he's like, okay, just go crazy. So I went crazy. I mean, really went crazy, tears and snot are flying everywhere, and I was losing it. And I was like, that's about as far as I'm really willing to go. So we did that, and then afterward he's like, that's so interesting. I think I want to see you just lose your mind, just boom, explode your brain all over my face, and make sure that I cannot see anything but your memories against my eyeballs. So he said something really weird like that. I'm like, more? He's like, yeah, I just said more, do it. And so I did, right? So I'm like, all right, I guess I'll really go for it. And at this one point, and I'm reading with the casting director, and my buddy's back there, and at one key point, I got angry in the middle of losing my mind, and I just smacked this chair out of my way as I was rushing the casting director. And it was a big metal chair, which I had no concept of how much it weighed. So I knocked it out of the way, it rolled, slammed the table, rolled again, and struck her right in the knee. It's a true story. And there's a moment, and she just continues. She's just like, what else do you want to say to me? You know, and I just kept going and did the scene, and then as soon as the guy yelled cut, she went, oh God, oh God. I'm like, oh, I didn't know it was that bad. And so, you know, at that point I look up at my buddy, he's just like, you know.
That's such a meet cute.
A meet cute?
Yeah, like a meet cute when you read something and you're like, oh, they met and it was such a cute meet. Meet cute, that's what's called.
Meet cute.
Meet cute. Because now in theory you're like, then we went on a date, now she's my wife.
So meaty, that cute. Yeah. But eventually, so the first thing I did as soon as I left the room was like rush to the drugstore, get a bunch of like, you know, aspirin and pain medication, and then I grabbed some flowers and went right back there. I was like, haha, sorry, did I break anything? And apparently as soon as I left, the only good news is that she was like, oh good, and I leave the room, she's like, at least it was really good.
Did you get it?
No, but apparently the producer, it almost got me another gig on something else, but I wasn't available. So she just got a broken knee out of it. I just didn't break anything, but it really hurt her, which sucks.
Hugo Slavia.
Well, when I was auditioning for Hugo for Martin Scorsese. No, I don't have a good story like that. I'm trying to think. It was mortifying actually. My phone rang one time. It's boring. Rang one time. My phone rang one time in the middle of it was actually just a meeting. I wasn't even reading for this thing. And the director, and it was a cool movie too. I actually don't think it ever got made, but he was kind of a dick. And he was like, and my phone rang, and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. He goes, huh, I hate that. And I got really angry. I was like, because I was like defensive. I was like, that never happens to me, dude. I was like, and I forget what I said. It was something like, pump the brakes. I was so mad. I was like, how dare you like think that's me? Like that, I'm not that guy, but I was that guy. That's a problem. Like
why were you so defensive?
I was so mad when he said that because he was so mean about it. I was like, I'm sorry. I wasn't like I forget. I mean, the movie was really cool. The movie was like about this ghost in Afghanistan. It was really neat.
Why didn't I audition for that?
You would have been perfect. Afghanistan ghost. Nailed it.
Hey Megan, have you ever thrown a chair at someone or been inconsiderate in a meeting?
I've thrown stuff at people, but not
in the process of getting apart or trying to get apart?
No, I'm very polite.
She means she sleeps with everyone she auditions for.
think it's a really easy way for pretty girls to get work. So
Be polite.
Be polite.
Be polite.
And also
polite.
It's an important acting tip for all the
Yeah.
aspiring
Yeah.
actors out there. Professionally, on Being Human, what have been some of the hardest scenes for you guys to shoot?
Oh man, there's been some hard stuff this year already. We just started.
Yeah.
The first 2 weeks for us were insane. Like it was.
well, not for me.
Yeah, not for him.
Pretty easy run the first couple weeks.
Not for him. Like, this young gentleman had the question about werewolves, and, you know, spoiler alert, you get to see a little bit more of the wolf and a little bit less of this guy, at least to begin with.
Face, right?
So, you know, we're working with Sam, but Sam is like a headshot of Sam Huntington on a little stand.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, yeah, the one that comes to mind for me was when Rebecca dies at the end of season 1. Because at that point, there was early snowfall in Montreal. And so if you remember, in some of those episodes, some of the flashbacks, there was snow everywhere. But then when you come to modern day, there wasn't snow. Well, that was either because we got lucky when we shot, or they framed out the snow. They'd clean up all the snow and then shoot us against a wall and you wouldn't see the snow. So in that particular scene, it was below 0. I'm wearing a thin shirt. Sarah Allen's wearing just like a t-shirt and a thin leather jacket. It was bad, like frostbitten hardcore. It was really bad.
I remember I finished that night because I had been sick, and I finished at like 3 a.m. and which wasn't late, which is not late, by the way. And I got home and I got so sick after that. I still don't remember ever in my life being that sick. And I was on set literally like quaking, like because I was up before you guys, and it was so cold. And I remember leaving set being so sick, like crying. And this is how it was season 1 though, like just in general, they worked us so hard.
We were out there for 14 hours in that cold.
I know, and then I remember I left at 3, and you guys had another like 4 hours worth of shooting to do. And
Got home like 6 or 7, I think.
I was like, I couldn't keep going right now.
I drew a bath. I made a big bath of big, nice, warm water, and I got in it, and within 5 minutes, I'm like, wait a second, touch the water, it's cold. I'm like, whoa! I literally sucked all the heat out of the bathtub and then had to refill it. Heat sucker.
The hardest stuff on the show is all the physical stuff, and there's a lot of it. I mean, the hours are one thing, and the subject matter is one thing because it's extremely emotionally demanding. But when you put on top of all that, the physical stuff that we have to do, and all of us like doing our own stunts, and we do as many as we can.
Well, most of us do. Most of us do.
Sam Witwer and I enjoy.
Yeah, 2 out of 3 of us do.
No, I just stayed in my trailer.
But that stuff gets really, really hard.
Yeah, getting chained up like this for 10 hours while Xander Berkeley yells at you.
You're a rock star that day.
That was tough.
Lying on the stairs for 3 days?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was tough for you.
Yeah.
Painful.
Well, you did your fall, right?
I did when in the finale of season 3 when Donna pulls me down the death spot, there's another fall down the stairs, and I did the close-up of it, and I rolled backwards down the stairs and was advised not to by the stunt coordinator, but I was like, I'm down, I didn't do it, I didn't fucking do it. And immediately like wrecked my neck, and I'm still dealing with it now.
I still have pains in here because of the Xander Berkeley crucifixion scene. And I remember the director, he kept wanting to do this. Remember that? He kept wanting to do the one take over and over again because he gets so angry that I had like blood. This is the scene in season 3 when I'm getting tortured. And he kept getting so angry because I had blood kind of dripping out of my mouth. And he didn't want that for some reason. And I kept insisting, I'm like, I think the editors are gonna want blood dripping out of the tortured guy's mouth, dude. You know, and eventually they used the blood.
Yeah.
That was magic.
So for Sam, why would your character lie to Josh and Sally saying he killed his son at the end of the 3rd season?
Why?
That is like the worst move. You promised all season, I'm gonna take care of you, I'm gonna take care of you, and then you totally ditched it.
Yeah. You mean, wait,
But Sam Witwer or Aiden? But yeah.
what I did was worse.
Is that gonna be fixed this season?
in terms of why, wait, no, what was, first of all, she's asking why I would, when I took Kenny into the woods, why I didn't kill him. Now, was that a good choice or a bad choice from your point of view?
I think it was a bad choice.
To not kill him?
Correct.
Okay, interesting. Because throughout the season, throughout his immediate life, he'd seen the death of a lot of sons. Bernie, that was pretty hard on him. His son in the past, he lost his son. And he lost Henry from his own actions. Henry dies because Aiden didn't have a plan in place of Henry's plan. And it was just too much for him. He couldn't lose another one.
But it was selfish. It was selfish, and then when he lied to Josh and Sally, it's selfish again.
Yeah, I guess next time I'll just make sure to murder someone. Next time someone's a murderer.
Next time, kill the abomination.
When you say you're going to murder a child,
You do it! If there's a kid,
selfish bastard.
dude, if you told your friends that you're gonna go kill a defenseless kid,
Then you do it.
especially if you said afterward, oh yeah, I took care of it. It's like, well, that kid better be in pieces, bro.
Yeah.
That kid better be literally.
Make it slow.
It's just proper roommate etiquette. Yes. Let's get one or two.
God damn it.
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Jackie. So what is the craziest prank moment or story that any of you have?
Like a fan interaction with them.
Sam Huntington, you are the father.
That's just how we end the panel.
That's it. A fan had his kid.
I thought of one the other day and I was like, oh, someone's gonna ask this and this will be my answer. Now I don't remember.
To be honest, it's always really pleasant. Like even when you guys are crazy, it's always really pleasant. I like meeting everybody. There's never been a negative. I've never had a negative.
Well, there's, when that time when someone called you selfish for not murdering. That was kind of weird.
That was really unpleasant. Remember how uncomfortable
It was weird, yeah.
Yeah.
Chill fell over the room.
You had a painting, it was connected to Superman, right? Somebody painted a picture of you as Jimmy Olsen, or was that, I thought that was, unless it was another, maybe it was an Ashmore.
It was probably an Ashmore.
Yeah.
It was probably
I get my Jimmys.
So many of those guys.
We're just we're a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's get a final question. Yeah, that guy is on.
There he is.
Yes.
Question, guys. Okay, so whose idea was it to have a dog? Well, I can't even speak.
Dog the Catman.
Dog, cat.
Yeah,
Dog,
the Catman
Dog the
dude
Catman
dance
dude.
when you were doing the whole dance party scene.
I want to say that was
I
yours.
think it was my idea.
I think so.
I'm always pro featuring dog.
He's the fifth roommate.
Yeah, he is.
Dog the Catman dude, if you guys are not aware of who this is, there's a little statue in the apartment of this weird dog cat-like
Right by the
creature
fireplace.
that wears
He's a white guy.
catcher's mask and a little crown because he's the king of kings.
He's a king among
We've fallen in love with him. We've fallen.
This is really bizarre. We can't tell whether the sculpture is a dog or a cat.
Yeah.
And it just kind of looks at.
Well, that was what it was. He's always wearing a catcher's mask.
No, but
So we were like, we always like, it's a dog. It's a dog. It's a dog.
When you take the catcher's mask off, you're like,
through the mask.
it's a cat. Well, then here's the deal.
Cat, damn it.
He's half dog, half cat, half man, all dude. Dog the Catman dude.
He's definitely got a male energy, that's for sure.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, he's definitely a guy.
Oh, he's a dude.
He's a dude.
Trust me.
But he's become a big part of the show, and he's definitely, the fans seem to notice him and love him.
The fans love him.
It's because we make such a big deal out of it.
Yeah, but I'm so surprised that I never see any dog merchandise.
What the hell was that
Come
about?
on, Matt.
Make it happen. Make it happen.
I'll work on it.
Keychains.
Does he have his own Twitter feed?
Okay, see.
Yeah, Matt's a big.
That
Matt's a big fan.
Yeah.
Any other? Can we take more?
Yeah, let's we can take a couple more questions.
We have another
Wait.
question.
Now.
I
don't be the one to decide.
Clearly you decided.
Witwer,
Yo.
who was the friend that convinced you to take a second look at the script? You were originally going to turn it down.
Yeah. Okay. So Laura Terry is a friend of mine. She knows everything that's going on in terms of what's happening in Hollywood. And I read the script and I didn't read the script. I read 3 pages of the script and read the word vampire, and I was like, well, don't we have like 70 of these guys? I don't know why we need another one. And then she called me up and said, did you turn down the Being Human audition? I said, yeah. And she says, did you read the script? I'm like, sure. She's like, but you didn't though. I'm like, well, you're right. And so when I read it, I felt like an idiot because I was like, this is a dude who's fighting addiction. This is a drug addict. That's interesting.
It's about a dog.
It's about a dog.
Man.
Half dog, half cat, half man.
All dude.
All dude.
But here's the thing, he's all dude.
He's just trying to be human.
Yeah. He's just trying to be human. And he's got so many things battling him inside.
Dog, cat, man. But he just wants to be a dude.
But he just needs to be that dude.
And he is one though.
At the end of the
Deep
day.
down.
Until Clarence Barnager shoots him and he becomes a cop. For the people who get that, congratulations.
Right over my head, that guy did.
Dog, cat, man, dude, Robo. Yeah. Whatever. You guys suck. I hate you guys.
All right, real quickly, let's get this young lady here. You have a question. What was it like live
It's
tweeting?
a mixed bag. Yeah, what is it like? Are you guys on Twitter? Do you guys? Okay.
So 3 of them.
So we do the live tweeting thing every now and then. Syfy encourages it, and people really seem to like it. But for me, to be honest, it's kind of a mixed bag because I'm so focused on like tweeting about it that I don't get to really watch the show. So
Yeah, I don't see how. No offense. I don't see how you can live tweet the entire episode and enjoy the show.
Enjoy the show.
Especially when we're making fun of it so hardcore.
And then you're doing it for the West Coast as well.
Yeah,
You do it twice, right?
Yeah, I do it twice.
Oh, you do it, yeah.
I really like doing that because it's such a different experience watching with the fans and seeing what they think at every moment. And then it just makes you feel closer to them, and I don't know, it's like we're all watching it together.
It's like, it's like watching with an audience.
It's like a big sleepover party.
Yeah, it is.
And I really like that. But I also like watching the episode and just, because we haven't really seen them.
All right, guys. Well, I always like to end on a Twitter question. So there we go. That was it. So big round of applause for these guys.